Hello and welcome to the Working Progress. Hello
Go
and
on.
welcome to the Work in Progress podcast. I am your host, having a stroke.
And I'm Adam, a British person.
Hi, I'm a British person. I like the Pip
So,
episode of South Park, to be brutally honest.
you like what? Sorry.
I like the Pip episode of South Park. Not a lot of people like that one, but I find it fucking hilarious.
Mm, yeah, it's a good episode. It's fucking old now.
Yes, it is very old.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't quite know what page we're on right now because we're on a weird numbering system now,
Yeah,
but
we got. I mean, it's that, and it's also the fact too that you've also created new pages, kind of, sort of.
we have also created a trailer for the comic. We just posted that not too long ago.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 days ago now, and it's actually racking up views, and we're also getting more subscribers now. And I'm just like, oh my god, people are actually seeing this.
Yeah. See, what you have to do is when you make a trailer, you have to have the bwomp.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not wrong, honestly.
Yeah, and then you don't have the guy that's like in a world. You don't do that shit anymore. You just have text flying at you.
Yeah.
This is how you make the big $1.
Yeah. President's daughter has been kidnapped. Get into the castle. Fucking.
He's been
Uh,
really into Time Crisis. He's also gotten really big into Resident Evil recently.
yeah, it's mostly because of the new game, but I've also just been playing like all the old shit as well. So
Oh yeah, and for new audio listeners, I'm Daniel. That's Adam.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm the guy who basically came up with this whole idea of the Honey Bunny, and Daniel's basically the guy that's gonna make it look really pretty and stuff.
I'm gonna make it look all nice and pretty. I will.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, I'm what you'd say in like the actual like business terms. I'd be what you call the writer, creator, writer, penciler, and you'd be the inker and I guess blood bank now. So
That
yeah,
would be really cool.
yeah. I'm
Really
gonna be
cool
so
and covered in cheese.
I'm gonna be really epic. So yeah, the way I do this for anybody that's new, if you're like tuning into this now, is basically I sketch pages, but I also use 3D models, and it's going to be more of the more like guidelines than anything else. So that way, Daniel could be like, okay, then so what's happening here? Okay, then this lady's going to get her throat slit. That's all nice and dandy. So
And then what we got to do is while we record what we're doing, we have to remember that this is for a relatively general audience, so we can't be psychos while talking.
yeah, it's just funny given what I just said, but yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, the reason why we're doing this, and again, we're only doing this to people that are just tuning in now, since we're getting like subscribers now. Is we're doing this now. We're doing this to begin with, so that way, because we live in a world now where everything's like AI generative, and people are thinking they're like big scammers. They think they're smart by using AI and shit. But we're not stupid like that. We're cool people.
Or the police departments that are just like, yeah, we can use AI to catch criminals. It's a good idea, and then it doesn't work, and they're sending. That's a
Innocent
bad.
people.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's the.
that's probably the most dystopian thing out of AI is that, and another thing we could also talk about too is fucking God. So I actually have a list of things we can talk about, given what's happened. Is there's also that thing that Nvidia's doing now, which is called DSL 5 or something like that.
No, yeah,
And basically, what it does is it's basically giving like games this like weird. If you've ever seen like an AI like YouTube thumbnail, it basically makes the games look like that. It looks like absolute horseshit to the point where even developers are making fun of it.
I think what
And
it
here's
is. Oh, give me one sec. That's how a man sneezes. Anyways, what's up?
well, what I was gonna say was there has actually been some news that just came out just yesterday. So Nvidia's claiming that developers are actually all for this, when in reality, the people that were like pretending to, the people that were saying, "Oh, we're all for this," was basically the corporates of these like game companies, because apparently the actual people that make these games, the developers, said that none of them were aware that this was even going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like they were all kept in the dark about this. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This looks like horseshit, you know?
Well,
So
the other thing too is that it's a post processing effect, which means that it's basically just an extra layer of shit that's already on top of the rendered image.
exactly, yeah.
My computer is a pretty good computer, and like it it struggles to run some games because of how poorly optimized they are.
Mm.
And if you think that adding a skin walker texture over your fucking video game by using AI generative models is a good idea, you need to drop that crack pipe, baby. You need to slow down.
Another reason too why I think this is going to be like bullshit technology is, have you noticed how in all the footage that they previewed, like the characters are barely moving,
Well, yeah, it's because they probably for the actual Nvidia video
just had still images, yeah.
had like a shot from the video game,
Yeah.
and then they just like put the AI over it,
Yeah.
and then and the thing about AI video is that it's typically only between like 8 to 12 seconds long, so there's a good
Right about, yeah.
possibility that all of that fucking video is fake.
It could be fake, and even if the technology actually does, like, work in the game, I just know for a fact it's going to do that thing that AI videos do, where basically the face changes every frame, you know?
Even if they found some way to do consistency, it just like people play. You do realize that people like part of a video game is its performance, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that play Quake in like fucking grid mode where you just see like the vector lines of the 3D models.
Yeah.
So I hate that people prioritize fucking graphics over everything else. Hey, maybe the reason why your companies are failing is because you're making shitty games. Has that ever once occurred to you? You make
Yeah.
you
Well, then
make a
again,
pro you make a product that we don't want, and then yeah, we're making a
well, it's
product that you
funny.
want though. Buy Honey Bunny. It's a good comic when it comes out.
Well, it's funny you say that, because like the guy who's like the CEO of Nvidia is doing that classic thing where it's like, no, you don't understand. The people don't understand. You don't know. You don't understand. It's like, no, no, we get it. You're just an idiot, you know. So
You're dumb, and I hate you.
yeah.
What fucking layer am I on? Jesus, we have a lot of project.
I mean, you kind of keep it in like kind of one big file for the most part.
Hmm.
Did you say that you might have to like change that soon, or like make a new one?
I might have to put it in a different layer.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that all of that's good. So now what I can do is I can select all of these. I'm going to merge them into each other.
Yeah. Another thing that happened just this morning is Chuck Norris passed away.
Chuck Norris.
Yeah, which, man, God, when I was at school, like the joke, that was like the time period when like we always used to make those jokes, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it was only just yesterday I saw someone make when it said that he got rushed to hospital. I remember there was someone already like made a joke say like when Chuck Norris goes to the hospital, the doctors get sick. You know, like it never really stopped. But yeah, like fuck,
Well, yeah, of
yeah. But
course.
but yeah, 86, which is, I'd say that's a good run if you ask me.
There's a really good clip of he did like USO shows where he would go over and like do shows for like the troops and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's one USO show where he's on stage and he's just doing himself jokes.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's like, I'm so badass. I punched somebody with my beard. Like like he's just started doing that.
Yeah.
So he was aware of the meme.
I wonder when did it start exactly. I've always been curious about that.
You see, in the 1970s, he was a kickboxing like champion, and then he was in a
I see.
film with Bruce Lee, and then
Oh
he had a
yeah.
short film career in the 70s, and then in the 80s there was this company called Canon Pictures
Mm,
who did an exclusivity deal with him because he wasn't really getting roles anywhere else. So he ended
yeah.
up becoming like the master of schlock action movies. And in a lot of these movies, he's just kind of an overpowered dickhead.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess that's where like the whole like he's a god kind of thing came from.
Yeah. My favorite one of those, by the way, is Invasion USA, where like cargo boats of terrorists like enter the United States, and it's up
Yeah,
to our hero to stop them.
yeah. That's cool. I've never. Can I be honest with you? I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen a Chuck Norris film like ever.
Did you know Chuck
I,
Norris actually inspired the shape of the fucking UFC ring with the 1970s movie Octagon?
oh, did he?
Yep.
To God. So I always find it interesting when films influence real life stuff. It's like when that film Demolition Man came out, and there's that scene with Taco Bell,
Mm,
and apparently the logo, the purple like bell logo, like the actual Taco Bell company liked it so much they actually adopted it in real life.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
But that's because Taco Bell is made for like, weed people because like only a company that makes like, anybody who makes like Dorito products, like
Yeah.
Dorito tacos and shit, and then like a special flavor of Mountain Dew. That's
Mm.
that's a weed company, my friend.
Yeah.
What if we put more cheese on it, dude?
Yeah. I still think about that British version of the film. What's it called? Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, where
Fucking
it's Pizza
Pizza Hut.
Hut,
Yeah, like they got all the actors to like dub over it, like Pizza Hut.
but
It's
it's like
so bad.
really bad. Like it doesn't work
Yeah.
at all in the shot.
And what
Yeah, I
makes it worse
remember.
too?
I remember when we were gonna watch it, you were like, "It's no fucking Taco Bell, it's Pizza Hut, you fucking idiot!" And I was like, "Oh, you're watching the British version that's like censored and all fucked up."
I don't think it was censored. I think it was just like that one bit. Yeah.
They changed a lot. They changed a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the angle of how I should have her like do the throat thing.
Henry.
Sorry,
There,
bear with me.
there's a creepy crawly sound that I want to find for my like audio library. It's the one where it goes.
That I couldn't even tell what that is.
Yeah. It's been in a lot of cartoons and stuff, and I was like, "Fuck, I really want that sound effect." My beautiful wife who is rummaging through the house, just like, yeah,
Might just have to draw this.
it's fine.
Yeah, fuck this. I'm just
Hello,
gonna draw
baby.
it.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, my wife. Add a laugh track and a
Yeah. Do you remember like 2 or 3 years ago you were fucking around with like a laugh track, and then one of our like friends was like saying something which almost became a catchphrase for her, and then you played the laugh track and it just instantly made it funny.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Why are you like this?" And then I just went.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you think it'll be like? Do you think the aftermath of this would be cool if it's like in front of Hunni Bunny, as if like she darted forward doing it, or should I just like? Because you see this, you see what I'm doing right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
Like she cuts their head off.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm trying to visualize it. I'm having trouble with this one right here.
If you do it like a diagonal slash across where the collarbone is, you can have it like go through the collarbone and stuff,
Hmm.
and then it's kind of like a weird diagonal cut,
Ah,
a
I
la
see.
the game with Raiden. Which one is that? It's Metal Gear Solid.
Rise in. Yeah. Actually, no, I think I have an idea how I could do this. It's like I said, if you need to alter it, just fucking alter it because it's
Metal
just
Gear
instructions at this point.
Revengeance,
Yeah,
which isn't a word.
is it not revenge? Revenges isn't a word.
Revengeance? No.
Revenge. I see.
If it is a word, then I'm tired and dumb.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So in other news too is Street Fighter 6 has been very innovative with their story writing.
Oh yeah, to combat the rising AI, they
Okay, that first then. Go on.
to combat the rising tide of AI, what Capcom decided to do was have one of its characters in its Street Fighter game sleep with his cousin.
Yeah, we're not joking, by the way. That actually happened. Like, so they brought back Alex, who was kind of like the main character of three, like basically the face of that game. And yeah, he came back, and so in the story, he has like a cousin, but like it's kind of like one of those things where they're so close that they kind of treat each other like siblings, kind of relationship,
And
which
it,
makes it even worse that they went with this.
yeah. Also, it doesn't help that his new move is like the Prowler stance.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty like you ever just do a decision and you say yes, this is a really good idea, and then the second it comes out, it's just like, yeah, that was fucking dumb.
I am hoping to Christ that that is a mistake at the bare minimum, but yeah, there is also that harsh. There is also that sad reality too that this is a Japanese game.
I mean,
So you know.
it is like either A, they forgot what the character dynamic was and they're like, oh fuck, that's right, oops, or
Yeah,
B, it's the writer's barely disguised finish.
yeah. See, that's because again, like again, the problem with this is that because I was chatting with someone about it, and the way this game like delivers its story is like, aside from like the initial cutscene of like the guy introducing himself, like doing a move, it's all like text as well as like voice acting and images. So if they are smart, if they I mean that's if they give a shit, they could theoretically patch this out. Will they patch this out? That remains to be seen. Will they? Do they care? Well, if it carries on, I guess not. You know. So,
When have you ever known a Japanese company to back down from a decision?
well, if we're on about like patching it out, I could not tell you off the top of my head. So, but
Whenever I see a Japanese, like when Konami was like, "Yeah, we just don't make video games anymore. We're gonna like make pachinko machines." They did that for a while.
yeah, it wasn't until I honestly don't know when they decided to come. I think it might have been the Silent Hill 2 remake, or
Well,
yeah,
they saw how good the Resident Evil remakes were doing, and they were like, "Wait, we have old games. We could do that too."
yeah. Which you could definitely tell that that remake of like 2 is definitely inspired by like the new games, given the fact that it's from a third person perspective now.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, hey, you know, they made a good remake, and it's like it's one of those remakes too, where it's similar to like the Resident Evils in a sense of like it's the same game, but it changes it in such a way where it doesn't feel like it's completely alien to what it originally was. You know,
I only played one Silent Hill game.
which one?
The one for the Wii, Shattered Memories.
Oh shit, really?
That one was pretty good, actually. That one was legitimately a fun game.
I think that was the. Is that the one where it's sort of like an ice world?
Yeah, everything's frozen.
Oh, oh yeah, I think it's like because I believe that's meant to be sort of like a reimagining of the original game, unless I'm wrong.
It is kind of what's interesting about it, and the thing that I like the most about Shattered Memories is that the it actually did have choices that affected the visual of the story and also like the plot line.
Hmm.
So if you were very promiscuous in the game or you make promiscuous choices, like characters will like act more promiscuous and like weird around you.
I
If
see.
you're more aggressive, like, the enemies are a little bit more aggressive. Some of them are like different in design. And then also there's like a story beat in between all of the stuff that's happening where an unknown individual is in first person talking to a therapist. One of
All
the
right.
funniest parts ever is there's a part where he gives you like crayons and like a coloring book, and there's like a
Mm,
house, right? And it's
yeah.
like, could you color in what your house looked like, and you could make it look like absolute shit, but then in the game it's textured that way, however you drew it.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So if you made it
Okay,
if you
no,
made it like pink and like all shitty looking and stuff, it would actually be pink in the game.
no shit.
Yeah.
So, but when you say house textured, so like so you're saying like it's already like a base, so you can't like draw a penis or anything like that. Then
I didn't try that, but that does sound funny if it works.
I was gonna say because you got me curious about this like crayon, because like when you say yeah draw with a crayon, I'm thinking like the Duke Nukem thing where you could just draw anything, you know.
Well, you can go and figure out how to emulate a Wii.
Hey, it's possible. There's a dolphin emulator.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It actually used like a lot of the game actually used the speaker in the controller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are a lot
Uh,
of dialogues and like phone conversations that only happen over your like remote control,
oh, I see. I
which
see.
I don't know how the hell you're gonna like put that on a computer.
Hey, by the way, I did just a quick Google search about that house thing, and yeah, sure enough, like I guess someone made the house look like this.
Yeah, I told you.
You could just like pimp out your fucking house by just doing a fucking crayon. That's kind of funny. That I like
And
that.
then like in the picture, like the people in the house, you can color them in too, and then they have like the clothing color of what you colored
That's
them in as. Yeah, it's really cool.
oh my god.
It's a neat little game that it had a lot of like unique game mechanics that they just never did anything with ever again.
You could definitely tell it was probably a very experimental game. Is that safe to say?
I think it was made by a completely different company.
Well, those games at that point were kind of tanking because they weren't. Because I mean, I had heard some people like praise that one, but a lot of people also kind of equally shat on it as well. So like, it wouldn't surprise me if. Yeah, no, I mean, again, that was a very very weird time in the company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this guy kind of like close his eyes as like the blood splatters all. So I'm picturing like the blood splattering all over these two, just and then like the girl's like, "Ee," and she's like, "Ugh," like trying to cover her eyes.
I'm picturing the blood splattering all over them.
I do realize how insane some of this sounds out of context.
Out of context. What about in context?
Licks lips.
Licks lips, twiddles fingertips,
Yeah. Ponders thought.
ponders the orb.
Yeah. Right then, so I think that page is. It's like I said, if you need to fuck with it later, just do work your black magic, I guess.
Pardon me, good sir, but have you possibly pondered the orb? I don't know why I started doing the like. Would you love me if I was a worm?
If I was a worm, yeah.
That's one of my favorite animations of all time, and it's literally just like two talking heads.
For the most part, yeah, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, just two talking heads.
It is just two talking heads, but I fucking love. It's just making fun of like the Disney Robin
Like the
Hood
fox.
movie.
Yeah.
It's a
You know,
good.
I had a.
It's a good movie.
Go.
I like it.
I have a really funny memory. This is gonna sound like really fucking. I just paced the fucking Silent Hill house on the canvas for a second there. God damn it.
Now we get to
There we
put
go.
that in the promotional material, like what happened with Biofreaks in the trailer.
Yeah, yeah. When you put that trailer together and I saw Biofreaks pop up for a second, I was like, you want to edit that out? You're like,
No, that's
stay
staying.
in.
I don't think the company that made Biofreaks exists anymore, dude.
And I think half the companies that of games we played even exist anymore.
Even if it was, Biofreaks is basically like abandonware, dude. Nobody is hankering for a sequel to that.
Yeah. I think there was another like video we had where I was editing it and then I just saw like what was it that popped up that was really funny? I think it was like a picture of like some celebrity just like jump scares you in the fucking like footage. I'm just like, fuck it.
God.
Yeah.
I just called to say I love you. I have that song stuck in my head.
Hmm.
I just called to show how much I care. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever really noticed the pain that you hide on is rotting
It's just
inside?
me or one of those rare Mountain Dew, Xbox Mountain Dew.
Xbox 360s, Mountain Dews.
I would
I'd give
take
up the
you.
Mountain Dew. I would give up the Mountain Dew Xbox Meridian.
So dumb.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, man.
Yep,
I think
yep, yep.
I do know there was one like crappy Silent Hill game where you play as like an army guy. You just like dodge roll everywhere.
I don't want to create beef or anything, but right where Ray William Johnson needs to stop.
Go on.
The like him doing like those like drama slash internet history fucking things with the AI footage that needs to stop.
Oh yeah, the thing I mentioned before. Yeah, that looks really stupid.
It looks not great, man. I
Yeah, I
because
remember.
you
Yeah,
brought it up, then I watched it, and then I was like, oh
yeah, it
boy.
looks like yeah, it looks like shit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Also, he just looks tired.
He does look really haggard, yeah. Like he looks like a guy. Like I don't want to say a has been because he's still going. So like obviously he's not a has been, but it's like it kind of makes me think of that guy like Movie Bob, where you look at him now and he's just like so like tired and haggard, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I think he needs a nap. He does not look good.
yeah, he
He
kind of
does
has
kind
like
of look
that.
the same. He does almost look exactly the same though, which is fucking crazy that he disappeared for like a decade.
Yeah, and
And
then like
yeah, he got these big fucking massive. I have no room to talk because I look haggard like all the time. But that's
yeah, me
because I
too.
have an iron deficiency.
Yeah, me too because I'm basically like iron deficiency man. So you know. Whew. But yeah, but you know the thing that always like pisses me off about it. I mean, aside from the fact it's like using AI, but like what really annoys me about videos that do that is like you could definitely tell that they kind of just maybe like generated like once or twice and just said yes, this is fine, and like it looks nothing like the person. I think the worst one I ever saw was a guy talking about Attack on Titan about the creator and it was kind of going on about his school life and I want to mention too that this guy's a man, right? Like the creator's a man. But then there's a bit where he's like, "Oh yeah, when he was at school, blah blah blah," and then it shows like a bunch of school kids, but like the person that's meant to be the author was like a girl in a sailor suit, and I'm like, "Oh, do we not even look at these when you like generate this shit?" Which clearly not, you know.
That's the power of the schlop. I remember when he
Yeah.
came back, he had that one video where like the lady was in a stormtrooper outfit and she just straight up had her tits out.
Wait, who was this? Is it Ray
That
William?
was Ray William Johnson. Yeah, he just like straight up actual booby, and you're just like, why is it that a channel like ours gets absolutely shit wrecked if we use like one like nugget of an audio, but then he can
Yeah.
just
Well,
do that. Fuck you, fuck you, YouTube. You're all over the place.
it's just money. I mean, let's be real. Like, if you're not I mean, here's the thing. Like, I feel like, let's say, for example, Markiplier did that whether it was intentional or by accident. Like, he could get away with it because he's fucking Markiplier.
Yeah,
We're nobodies right now in regards to this. So, like, If we actually showed off a tit, it would just be like, oh yeah, your channel's demonetized, or
You're
like
no,
maybe
you're
even banned.
nobody. I'm a god.
I'm a god compared to you. I live in a penthouse. You live on a farm with
My only
cows and
regret is that
pigs.
I can't see myself perform live.
God, the arrogance of that. That was Kanye West, right?
Yeah, that was Kanye West.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I listened to
Well,
some Kanye songs. I was like, oh, so he just takes a good song and then raps over it?
yeah, I think didn't Nicki Minaj do that half the time as well?
Nicki Minaj had the Starships. I like that song.
Is that the Starships? Is that one? Yeah.
Starships were meant
Mental
to fly.
fire.
And it was like before she did way too much plastic surgery.
Yeah. And then she got immortalized in Call of Duty.
Her fucking like insane thigh gap was immortalized in Call of Duty.
Yeah, but I lasered her head off with Homelander.
Yeah, that was, oh my god. Call of Duty
That
needs
game was
to.
okay.
Call of Duty also needs to stop trying to be Fortnite.
Well, I will admit I haven't been following Black Ops 6 like at all. Well, Black Ops. See, there's so many of these fucking games. I don't even know which one's the new one anymore.
See,
Because they claimed that they were going to stop doing that because of the backlash, and so far, I haven't actually seen anything pop up. The only exception, and I think this is only because it's all owned by Microsoft, is because of they actually did like the Fallout show, like the three main characters as like skins basically,
hmm
and in that instance, I'm like, this is daft, but it's all owned by Microsoft, so I wouldn't be. I'm not surprised in a way. But
so
yeah, like
basically what you're telling me is we're definitely not going to do it, and we did it.
yeah, but I think that's the only one they've done in regards to like the crossover stuff. And if that is the case, then oh, you actually kind of kept your word for the most part.
You know that in season 50 of the 1 year that game is going to be a thing, they're going to fucking.
Put the Simpsons in it or something, yeah.
Yeah, they'll put, like, I don't know, fucking. Well, I was going to say Beavis and Butthead as a joke, but then they
They already
actually
done that.
fucking did that.
Yeah. I've had moments like that in game. I've had moments with gaming where like I say to myself, "What if they did the thing and they already did the fucking thing?" Because games.
It's
It's
such a
like
ridiculous premise, yeah.
it's like when I was like, "Man, it'd be really funny if the Yakuza games did a zombie game," and I remembered I was like, "Oh yeah, they did that, and it was shit." It's like one of the worst games they ever did.
It would be
I
insane
bet
if
you didn't know.
It'd be
Yeah,
insane if the Yakuza games made a fucking like very
Pirate
fucking
game.
specific cult of swordists in the fucking. Oh wait, no, they did make Shinsen Gumi. Okay,
Man, it'd be crazy if they did a pirate game. Oh yeah, they actually did that. It's actually pretty good.
I just
Yeah.
realized that the Yakuza games has almost the same exact trajectory as the fucking what is it, Assassin's Creed games.
In a way, yeah, and unfortunately too, it's also getting the same like monetization problems with corporos where well, what they've done is like they've remade three now, and they've completely botched it in many, 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 many ways, and they're also hired an actor who's like very unsavory. And it's just like they hired an actor who's like a sex pest, which is insane because in Yakuza 3, there's actually a side quest where Kiryu actually like basically kicks the shit out of a sex pest. So it's like, what the fuck is happening? This makes I don't even know if that's even still in the remake, honestly, because they keep like removing shit.
You know what's insane to me is that the new Resident Evil game, they just made a good game and everyone
Yeah.
bought it.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. Yeah.
Hey, the rest of the industry.
Industry.
They
Yeah,
made
just
a
make a
good
game.
game, and then everyone bought it.
Yeah. It's make a game. It can be difficult, but if you have a fucking income of a brain cell, you can do it.
In fact, outside of like Resident Evil 3 remake, the fucking Capcom has been knocking it out of the fucking park with those Resident Evil games.
They have, yeah, and you want to know why they're actually doing a lot better now. So you know how part of the reason why they fucked up before was because they were prioritizing action over horror.
Yeah.
When they were making 9, they actually showed off prototype of what was originally going to be a co-op action game, and they actually said, "Yeah, we realized that this is not what the fans want, so we ditched that." It's like, You listened? You have ears? You know what I mean? It's just
God,
like,
remember
wow.
when like Baldur's Gate won a whole bunch of awards, and then everyone in the industry was just like, "You're expecting too much if you think that we could make a game like that."
Yeah, and it's just like, fuck off.
And they're like, "Yeah, because Lyrian Studios is like a fuckload of employees." I'm like, "You're Blizzard Activision. You have like 3 times the amount of fucking employees as Lyrian Studios. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, I think it's all just I think it's all just laziness and excuses.
Well, I mean, like it's you can't you can't take your workers out of the fucking the DLC mine
Hmm. Yeah,
to
yeah.
work on an actual game.
That's kind of the reason why we now, when it comes to gaming, I'm kind of like, because there was a period not too long ago on one of these like old podcasts where I was like, I'm done with gaming and shit, and then I actually had a realization. It's like, oh, just play the good stuff, and then just ignore all the bad for the most part.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
case in
that's
point, dude. Case in point on the fucking graphics thing. I've been playing Half Sword. I fucking love that game. I have like a billion bajillion hours in that game. It's not even like completed yet.
yeah, it's an early access game.
Yeah. And you also have like just massive fucking like libraries that already exist of games that have existed forever that I guarantee you've never played.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, it was you that told me about what's it called, fucking Crisis Zone. I was like, oh, this is so good.
What if I told you that there was an arcade Time Crisis that they basically did a full-on remaster remake of in the PS2 era,
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. Yeah.
and you get to walk around with a riot shield?
I do generally think that's like one of the best games, which is insane because it's like kind of early in that series' like lifespan.
Yeah.
That reminds
Crisis
me, I still
Zone.
need Crisis. So that reminds me, I still need to play the special mode where it kind of gives you the traditional guns. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. So the
How
special
does that
mode allows
work?
you to like go shotgun.
How does that work though with the right shield and everything?
Don't know. This is a video game.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not asking the logic. I'm on about like gameplay mechanics because like I feel like the machine gun is needed for a game like that, unless it's like alters the enemies.
I don't know.
Oh, I guess I'll find out soon if I have
I
the fucking game.
I
So
haven't really played the game in a really long time. The last time I played it was when you started playing it. I went to my parents' place because they actually have like the light guns,
yeah.
so then I
Hey,
did that.
go on.
Did you get your light gun yet?
Oh, I got an email today updating me, basically saying like it basically said sorry for the delay. We're a bit behind schedule, but it should be dispatched sometime next week. So I got an update because today marks exactly 2 weeks since I ordered it, which is great because I was gonna. Which I'm glad I got that email because I was actually gonna try and like contact them today. So the fact that they're on board with that means like, because even in that review, that video review I showed you, like even they said like they're actually very good when it comes to like communication. So.
That's good.
Yeah, so the fact that they just did that when I was going to do it is great. So yeah, hopefully sometime next week, or well, next week will be dispatched, I should say. Real quick, should I have this girl holding the sword after she gets stabbed, or should I just kind of be like the impact here?
Yeah, have it go right through him. Fuck it.
But I mean, like, should she grab the sword, like, or should, or because like I was going to have this like spear like this that indicates it's only just happened.
Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah, do it.
Okay, let's leave it like that. Okay then. The thing about when you're doing like a violent comic is like you gotta be like, I don't know, should she be like gurgling for blood? Should she be gasping for air? Like it's really weird when you make these kind of comics. You just like you kind of sound like a psychopath when you make these.
Should she be breathing out her last fucking words as the light in their eyes starts to roll over into darkness?
Should I have a scene where she thinks about the farm and how she could have made it as like a farm person?
Wouldn't it be cool if she got her head shotgun? God, making slasher movies in the '80s must have been really fun.
Yeah. Dude, that one film, Bloody Valentine, looks like it was a gay old time. Like I kind of wish. Like the idea of like, yeah, honestly, oh god, making a slasher film must be so fucking fun. I get the impression that people that make Terrifier must have a really fun time.
Oh, yeah. Well, they take it to an extreme though.
Yeah, like with that one scene, yeah.
Just like it really is just kind of like torture porn.
It is like gore porn at this point, but
Yeah.
honestly, dude, I watched that third one in the cinema, you know, it's the Christmas one, and I was just like,
Oh my god.
I've never been in a cinema where the whole audience is like, wow. I mean, that was the first time I think someone actually did like a clap, just like, well,
I did. You know what? I will say this. The first Raid movie, and I think we talked about it yesterday.
go on, yeah.
The first fucking Raid movie, like I was like, Mom, this movie from Indonesia. It's apparently an awesome fucking action movie. We gotta go see it. It's only here tonight. She was like, okay, fine. We go watch it. The dude throws a
Yeah.
guy off of a fucking balcony, like into like an atrium inside of a giant apartment complex. And you think that the guy is gonna fall and then splat against the floor because that's the shit that you've seen before? No, he lands directly on his spine on the other end of the fucking atrium on the few floors down and just completely folds in half. And you're like, oh!
Yeah, that was insane.
Every
Another one that gets me.
everyone
Go
in the
on.
audience was just like, ah!
Another one that gets me too was the when he's like fighting that guy and like there's like a door frame, but like the only bit left of the door was just like the fucking
The jagged bit at the
um
bottom.
yeah. So then what he does, he just like fucking he grabs like I it's hard to visualize it, but he kind of like grabs the guy by the head and then he jumps backwards himself and then pulls the guy onto the jagged bit on the bottom and just like completely like slices his neck or something,
Yeah,
his head.
he basically chops his neck in half with a like jagged surface.
Yeah, it's just like whoa.
You've never seen the second one all the way, right?
Never watched the second one.
Fuck
I did.
this.
I know for a fact that you told me something really weird, which is like the guy who was the fight choreographer of the first film is in this as well, which is kind of weird at
Yeah.
first. I mean, to be fair, films have done that before. It's like when I watched Mad Max 3 and like the guy who played the gyrocopter pilot just shows up and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh?
And he's also a pilot, but a completely different character, which is a really weird decision to make.
It's very confusing the first time you watch it because I'm just like, oh, he survived. It's like, oh no, it's not the same guy. It's like, huh?
Why does he hate Max so much? No. It's a different guy. Trust me.
Yeah, it's very, very strange.
I know your little peanut brain couldn't handle that information, but let me tell you, I went to film school.
I told somebody at work. Oh, by the way, there have been some people at work who seen the trailer and they're like, "That was a really good trailer."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said to it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he went to film school." It's like that makes so much sense. I went to film school.
I spent $2.
Yeah.
I don't know why that flashed in my head. Have you ever seen the video where it's the fucking guy where he's basically like showing that like a gun is okay to use. He's like he was basically pissed off by like some gun nerd and he's just like not a soldier's gun, tight tolerances, and then he just jackhammers the trigger with his index finger
Oh God.
and it just goes brrrah! Ah, it's a fucking shitty gun, ladies and gents. Reloads it, does literally the same thing.
Did he hurt himself?
No, it's a great video though.
Oh, okay. Because I'm used to like when you tell me about people doing like funny things with guns, it's either going to be like, well, funny, or it becomes like, oh yeah, they killed themselves.
It's a terrible gun, ladies and gents. It's like one of the oldest fucking gun YouTube videos. It's old as fuck.
Yeah.
That video is getting close to the age of drinking. That's like
Oh, it's that old, huh?
Yeah, it's getting there.
I've been doing a thing recently with YouTube where like I've been going back and I've been watching like really old, like I found a video of a guy recording his TV when Kingdom Hearts 2 was coming out in America, and it's on the video itself he's like 20 years old. I'm like, wow, this is old YouTube. Which
Yeah.
is insane because like given how YouTube works now, like you're lucky to find even a video that's like 15 years old at this point, given how the copyright system works.
Remember when, like, oh God, I can't even remember his name. Who was that one guy that like copied the video game nerd?
Oh, the game dude, the one who
No,
like
the irate gamer.
irate gamer, yeah.
Remember how long ago? So those videos were so fucking long ago. It was before capture cards.
No shit.
So like the reason why the AVGN had like really good game footage is because he used a DVD burner to record his gameplay, and then he would put it on his computer and then rip the footage out.
Oh wow. Well, he did he went to film school as well, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, but then you have the irate gamer who just like filmed his TV for like 90 of his episodes.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, that guy was a bit of
Not great.
he's- yeah, his
He was
videos are a
he
bit.
was funny in a different way.
Yeah, that's put it politely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, you know, I think I find funny about him was I do remember him and like him and James Rolfe had like, well, I say they had a spat. Like he was being like the pest, he was being like the dick, and James just kind of ignored him for the most part. And then years later, they actually like a bit of a collaboration. So it's like, oh, cool, you know, like I guess they're fine.
And
And then fucking
he sucked so bad he fucked that up.
yeah, like the guy, because you know James is a parent now, so obviously that takes priority. And he like shat on him for that. It's just like, dude, like he was being nice to you in that one little video. Like he didn't have to fucking do that. It's like, oh my god, he's a fucking buffoon.
He's a fool.
Yeah. To be, although I will say though, I think the funniest like copycat when it comes to like AVGN was the game dude. If you ever remember who that was.
Was that the guy that like fucking like disappeared in Mexico or whatever?
Yeah, so this guy was like, because you know, a lot of people really liked AVGN to the point where they would try and copy him, but this guy like kind of gave off like serial killer vibes, if I'm honest with you. And so he tried doing like his own show called The Game Dude, and you could definitely tell he was never happy because he would like redo the same like game over and over again. So like I remember he reviewed a game where he made like 5 versions of the same episode because he just kept like redoing it, and it's just like, dude, move on for fuck's sake. But then eventually, I think the thing that like put him on the map was like I think he was like stalking like an ex girlfriend of his, where he would just like ambush her as she was like going home and things like that.
Yeah, and then he had like a psychosis where he thought he was getting gang stalked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
then
remember this
eventually
now.
like yeah, and eventually one thing led to another, and like presumably he's like disappeared somewhere in like South America somewhere.
This shows like we've been on the internet for a really long time.
Oh yeah, we're fucking like old in that regard.
Yeah, we're internet historians.
Yeah. Um, I'm thinking of having it where either Honey like kicks her off, or she kind of like Honey like because again you know she has no arms, so she like kind of like throws her head to the side, which kind of like throws the girl off the sword. You know.
Yeah, you could tilt her a little bit sideways and have her like pitch pitch her up in the air, like
What do you mean?
over her.
Oh,
Like
you mean like throw a rover?
yeah, like imagine if you like fucking stuck a shovel in the ground and then lifted the dirt over your head and just like
Yeah, that looks actually that's a cool visual. Yeah. I think one thing I want to, I guess we could try and inspire people to make shit is you get to control what you want to see.
yeah. You get to control what you want to see now with the new features of Grok AI. Get Super Grok. Fucking just let your dreams go to die. Well, like,
Yeah. No, no. If you fucking no, don't do that.
No, you do have the ability to make whatever the fuck you want. You just need to like build the skills or find somebody that has the skills to do it.
Yeah. Let's see what else is on the list we could talk about. So I've been watching. So Oni plays is playing that like Punisher game that I used to like obsess over.
Yeah.
And what's funny is like, and this is actually a topic I want to bring up. So they're kind of fucking it up, like they're making mistakes and what have you as they're playing it. But then what's funny is they're fucking it up in such a way where I'm actually learning new stuff about the game.
Because they're not playing it optimally, so you're seeing shit that you've missed.
Kind of, yeah. And it actually made me like think like, have you ever like learned stuff about games because you watch other people like games that you played a lot, but then like you're actually watching other people. Like, okay, you're watching people play it for the first time and they're fucking it up, but like in because they're fucking it up, you actually learn new things about it.
Yeah, you go like, I did not know that you could just do that.
Yeah.
I
Like
can't
there's a
think of
bit
it. I think
where
I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but I definitely had that before.
it happened a few times, yeah. Like because in the Punisher game, they're in the second level, which is like a chop shop, but then there's a bit where you can just throw someone down a hole, which I somehow keep missing the hole because I just keep shooting everybody in the game. So then I'm just like, wow, I did not even know that was fucking there.
I think my mom was playing Castlevania, and she got to the Frankenstein fight where there's like the flea guy that jumps around while Frankenstein's shooting fireballs at you, and
Yeah.
there, that fight is really hard. And then she just had like holy water, and then she kind of just like trapped him in the starting area, and then just whipped the shit out of him while throwing holy water.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, I didn't know you could do that.
It's always great because it's almost like because again they're playing for the first time, so like they don't exactly know what they're doing, but it's like it's almost like they're thinking outside the box compared to what you would usually do. Because again, you just know you think you know everything,
Well,
but you don't.
she did the boss fight a few fucking times and got really pissed off, and was like, I'm just gonna whip the shit out of him before he actually has the time to like jump around and shit.
Yeah,
And I was just like, I didn't know you could do that. That was a long time ago. Shit.
yeah. It is always great when you can like learn something from like a new player. So this looks a bit jank, but like this gives you an idea. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll probably increase the perspective here, so that way it looks a bit snazzy. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Is there anybody else on YouTube that's doing this shit that we're doing, where we're like documenting the process?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. I mean, the first one that comes to mind is like Corridor Digital. Whenever they do like a fucking like effects video.
Oh yeah,
My biggest problem with Corridor Digital is 90% of the video is just them faffing about and then doing like an advertisement. And then
yeah.
right at the end of the video, they're like, yeah, let's watch the thing.
That is really weird. How it's like the behind the scenes is kind of like the forefront before the actual shit.
Well, no, I
It's
mean,
really bizarre.
I like the idea that they're showing you how they did it. And then at the end, there's like a whole thing. But like that long ass ad, dude. Holy guacamole. I get why you do it. You have to pay for the company
Mm.
and shit. I understand that. But man, that ad sucks the wind right out of my nuts.
I think that you say that, but what I generally think was like the worst channel when it came to advertisements was. Do you remember a website called Fileblog?
No. This is all
File.
you.
All right, Fileblog was a website where it was kind of a childish website where it would just show images and videos of people fucking up. So it'd be like a guy, a guy on a dirt bike. He like goes fucking flying after like missing a ramp. Fileblog failed. It's like that kind of thing. But they had a YouTube channel that was like, showing off videos. And originally the channel was okay, where it'd be like, okay, shows video. Let's say, for example, it was like 30 seconds long, right? So the video would be 20 to 25 seconds of the actual file, right? And then the last bit would just be like the logo.
Mm-hmm.
There was a period where they would just shove so much awful, awful, awful advertisements at the end of their videos. So imagine a video that's like, let's say a minute and a half, right? I would say about 20 seconds of that video is the actual file, and then it's just fucking like advertisement slop at the end of it. It's like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, can
It was
people
so.
Can people on YouTube stop putting the fucking post rolls on their videos?
What is that? What do you mean by post
You
rolls?
know, like at the end of a YouTube video and you're watching it, and then, like, you still have like 3 minutes left in the fucking video, but then, like, those pop ups pop up for, like, oh, if you like that, watch this other video I made.
Oh my god!
And
Yeah,
you're
I
just
hate
like,
that.
dude, just make the end of your video longer with nothing in it so that way you don't cover up the end of your video with shit.
I had to download an add-on for like one of my browsers to like get rid of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was watching a video, great fucking video, 2 hours fucking long. The ending was crescendoing to a really good fucking ending, and then, like, I couldn't see anything that was happening.
Yeah, like it's so bad. Like it's really, 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 really bad.
It those things at the end, I forget what they're called, but, like, man, they do feel like fucking shitty 90s pop-up ads.
Oh yeah, the ones where it's like beat Santa Claus in a drinking game. Yeah, that's old internet right there, by the way.
Did you know? Did you know that the man who invented the code for a pop-up ad very much regrets ever making that?
Would not surprise me. Hey, real quick, hold that thought. So you see how I got her like throwing the body over her head?
Yeah.
So you know this page, this previous page where where is it? There is this like woman like dead against the table.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be really funny if like the new corpse just like lands on top of that and just like fucks them both up.
No, I think that might be a bit much. I think you want to keep the flow of the action going.
Right then. What if this should I just have this girl like land on the floor then like on her neck first or something, or should I just have it be like what do you think? Like should it just land on the floor, or should I have it be like some kind of like awful comedic thing?
So she's throwing them. She's throwing this person away from the other people, right?
Yeah, so this guy right here, this girl is going to get thrown away from him and like behind her, but behind her was also where that table was. So what I want to ask is like, should I have it be interactive with the other one, or like should I just kind of like keep it separate?
You copy and paste the table, right?
Yeah, I
You
mean I
have
can
a
do
you have
that.
you have a frame where you copy and paste the table, and then you have them splat against the fucking wall next to the table.
Okay, then hold on.
Yeah.
This is why I make copies of everything because like this right here, I duplicate every single panel that has like a 3D model, so that way I can refer back to it if I need to do that.
I have Photoshop, which is designed as a photo editing software.
Mm. But you can't do 3D no more, can you?
No, but I do still have my Photoshop CS6, which can do
Yeah.
3D.
Okay, so you're saying like she splatters against the wall near the table, yeah?
Yeah. Well, this would be a different panel.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. What to do with the body? I wonder if I should do this on a separate page, but then again, I feel like I'm making too many pages. Actually, no, I know what I can do. If I do this about, I could probably do it like this, like slanted, and then I could probably make this like throat bit right here, but like a Dutch angle.
Oh yeah, and then at the bottom of that,
Yeah.
at the bottom of that panel, you have a really small panel of the bad guys going, "Oh!"
Yeah, it's just his eyes going up, playing like,
Yeah.
okay then.
You're doing a really good job keeping, like, the shit in the print safe margins.
Oh yeah, this template thing is really really helpful because I would have probably fucked myself if you hadn't have found this like years ago, like a year ago.
Yeah, so print safe margins, for anybody that doesn't know, is that if a book gets printed, they do it off of, like, paper stock. So if you look at my screen, like, a lot of this could get chopped off. So that's
Mhm.
why you don't really put text anywhere in there. You want to have text and important information, like, within these margins. Also, when a book is bound together, let's say that this side is the binding side, right? If the
Yeah.
binding takes up this much, right? Then, sometimes shit could be, not visible.
Mhm.
So it's an important thing to think about when you're making this.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're giving me too many things. You're all I need.
All right, let's see here.
Actually shouldn't sing that song. That the lady that owns that is really fucking protective of her copyright.
Oh, is it like kind of like that? Is it kind of like that petty copyright where like even just humming it could like fuck you over?
Yeah, it's an extraordinarily petty copyright, and it's really goofy considering that like it does kind of like her songs kind of copy other songs.
Mm. Hey,
Allegedly.
real quick. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Real quick, when she hits the wall, should it be like horizontal kind of thing, or like diagonal kind of like splat, or like should it be like an because like the way her head's like folding here, it'd be
Yeah,
funny
like
if it's like kinda, like
she's like
diagonal.
spread starfish because she's slapped against the wall.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, hold on. What to do with the body? What to do with the body?
It's just another
And that's when
ordinary.
Honey Bunny turned this whole brewery into a WWE ring. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
There's so many fucking like. It blew your mind how many people are into wrestling.
Yeah, because I don't fucking. No offense, anyone likes wrestling. I don't get it.
No, he's just like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was a stupid thing. I'm like, it is the biggest thing ever, and it makes billions of dollars. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I want to say I understand, but I don't understand because I don't feel like I'm. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to insult people's intelligence, but like I don't get it. I just don't get it. Sorry.
Yeah, you were like, this is really dumb, and then you were watching it for a little bit, and you're like, ah,
It was entertaining, but
I like your hot lady. Yeah, that's what you sound like.
I like the big juggernaut lady.
I like how she put her in her German soup.
Tall black tall. No, 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 no. But yeah, no. I guess it's. I mean, it's like what? It's pretty much like weird theater, isn't it?
It's like, yeah, it's like gladiators, really, like actual gladiators,
Yeah.
where
But don't actual gladiators kill people though?
depends on the time period. Most of the time, no. Think of it this way: uh, if gladiators died in every fucking match, you wouldn't really have champions anymore.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. I always thought it was like kind of like a weird like like supply chain of just like bodies basically.
Well, in some cases, yeah, when like the Romans conquered some shit and then they had slaves or something, or like prisoners, like people who have the death sentence, you could be like, you have the death sentence. You could fight in the arena and win your freedom, but this was rigged because a lot of them would just have to fight like lions and shit,
Yeah.
blindfolded, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that guy's dead.
Yeah. This angle right here looks really funny. Just this dead girl against the table. This one just splat against the
But
fucking
yeah,
wall.
one of the reasons why, like, gladiators had those really big fucking helmets that covered their faces and shit was because, like, yeah, sometimes they just would, like, fake their deaths or, like, not die and then play a different
Mm.
character.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, do you see this panel right here?
Uh, Maybe tilt her counterclockwise a little bit.
See, counter.
Or, yeah, there you go.
Right,
There you go.
that's actually really funny. So I feel like once this is actually like drawn, it'll look really fucking funny. But
Once it's done, it'll be done. I couldn't agree more.
it'd be really good. It'd be really funny if like around the body it's just like like sharp like tools. They'd be like, "Oh wow, she missed all the sharp objects," but she just fucking bludgeons against the wall.
Yeah, and then the third person hits all the sharp objects. Oh, she missed all the sharp objects.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna make a. So you said have the guy's face kind of like
why,
in the tiny panel.
why did the fart sound kind of become like the gore sound? Because I'm not the only person that does that.
What the? What are we talking about?
Yeah, like the.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
do
know.
people do a fart sound for like gore whenever they make a joke? I guess it's funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
People think the diarrhea sounds funny, so you know.
That that clip. I know it's an old clip, but that clip of
The
Diva
diva
from
costume. I don't even know if it's worth even mentioning because it's like so gross and like.
Nerf this.
I am not editing that in. I kind of want to, but I'm not.
I think I did a pretty good interpretation with my face, honestly.
Nerf this. Oh god, I'm gonna have to edit this out, aren't I?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. We didn't
Then
talk
again,
about we didn't talk about those things yet. No.
are those real? Oh, no, fuck it. No, no, no.
My face
Yeah,
is
no.
frozen in a fucking smile.
I bet it is. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. 46. Do you like that video of Creepcast where like fucking Mick Kennon's making fun of Wendigo's motorbike accident? Wendigo's like, everyone's making fun of me for this fucking. Everyone's bullying me because of this motorbike accident.
Because it's funny. Comedy is a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Until you become the butt of the joke.
But
They keep laughing at me, but they're not gonna laugh anymore.
they're not gonna laugh anymore.
Laugh anymore. They've been
Fuck, the
laughing
Goofy
since
movie is so good.
No, you fucking hate that film.
I fucking love. No, I love the Goofy movie.
You lie. You lie. You hate that.
You're gaslighting me now. I fucking love the dish. I love the Goofy.
No,
movie.
no. You're gaslighting me because you're like that film fucking sucks. You said that before. I know you said that before.
No, I think I said that about the second one. I'm not really a big fan of that one.
Right.
Where they do the X Games and then they cut out the ending and changed it because it was too much like 9/11.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Yeah, because we were watching the censored version of like, this isn't how it fucking happened, and then like, the other guy we were watching with, it's like, yeah, this is how it happened, and then I was like, hold on, gents, and then I pulled up like the original cut of the movie, and like you fuckers saw something for the first time, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see why they cut this out. When did this come out? 2001. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh. I'm not going to lie, the librarian lady is kind of cute.
She is a babe.
When she does the disco dancing, when she does the disco duck.
The disco duck.
DuckTales, woohoo. That song fucking slaps.
Yeah.
This is just like, stream of consciousness me talking now.
All your like memories just flooding back to you, like of your childhood.
This is what it's like being in my head 90% of the time, is me referencing things like in my brain and then just being like, yep, that was a thing. Yeah, that was a thing too.
To be fair, that's not exclusive to you because I do that too. So, one thing I was doing last night when I was walking around work was I was just like walking around and I was having a good time actually. Like work was pretty cool last night, and then all of a sudden, as I was walking around, I just went, Go tell Rody. Go. You know that one from Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go spree
Done,
and then you wake up
gone.
and the basically just the scene from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, again, my brain is like really inconsistent.
Yeah, and then you just like, he's not eating it, Jack. Come on, it's good.
It's good. Man,
She,
that game,
she has a
like that
lilt.
number, yeah,
Sorry, yeah. What about it?
that game, like it's insane. Like the references are so on the nose, like because there's like the dinner scene where it's like, wow, this is just Texas Chainsaw, and then later on when you're actually like using a chainsaw against Jack, he picks up a chainsaw and says, "Groovy." It's just like, wow, what a fucking insane series that is. Like you're like. We went from like a guy in Africa like punching a boulder in a volcano to then like Michael Bay the musical in number 6, and then we go to number 7, which is just like farm hillbillies in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So Moist Critical actually did like a really cool thing where he played all of the games as like a marathon over the course of like a month or two,
Oh right.
and just to like give like a really good rating and also get people ready for like the next one. Also, there was one of the games that was just like it was losing the ability to play it because it was like online
Hmm.
only,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and when he was playing 7, he was like, I forgot how much Ethan Winters doesn't react to shit.
yeah. Ethan's really weird in Serenade, yeah, because like he doesn't kind of react, but at the same time, like the man gets his fucking like hand and like at one point his leg like chopped off, and he kind of just like takes it on the chin. I'm like, man, I want this guy's fucking.
Like
Is this guy? Yeah.
when Mia is actively stabbing him in the first game, like in the opening bit, like he's just like, Mia, what the heck is going on? And you're like, whoa, yo, bro, I think it's time to leave.
I honestly feel like Ethan could be like the modern incarnation of Detective Halligan in a way.
Detective Hannigan.
Halligan. To be fair, I love is when you play Village and you meet the Duke. The Duke is like, I've been expecting you, Mister Winters. It's like my name. It's like everyone who knows anything knows about you.
The hot diggity demon. It's like, I
Why
need to
don't you take
find
a
my
close?
daughter, not this stupid flask.
Why don't you take a close look? Okay, fine.
I'll look at
It's
this
like,
stupid flask, but I don't. Ooh.
I'm gonna have this guy maybe hunched over, be like just bewildered, and then maybe he like looks down and she's just there, like smiling on it. Like I'm thinking that she's on her knees, like covered in blood, just like smiling again with the sword in her mouth.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like that kind of cute, kind of scary, where it's like she's a psycho, but it's like it's kind of cute.
Yeah, sure, you could word it that way for the
Yeah,
internet to listen to. Yeah.
I can save her.
She is my hot topic bunny.
Man, I need to watch what I say now. We've actually got people watching our shit now. Like even our podcast is starting to rack up views. I'm like, oh shit, people are watching us now. We put a video on the internet and people watch
I
us.
told you eventually, like, one of the videos is gonna get like a shitload of views, and then people are gonna like just comb through the backlog, and you're just gonna see like, brrr, like,
Yeah, man. But hey, real talk. I want to say thank you, everyone that's like subscribing and actually watching us. Like, we are making this. We are working on this like every week and as much as possible. And hey, just again, thank you. And yeah, it'll be around about like it'll be around about like summerish when this comes out, if all goes well. So yeah, our goal is sometime before Christmas. But yeah, I'm very happy. Very, 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 very happy. It is kind of weird though, because I remember when I was a kid. Well, I say kid, like a teenager, I'd say. I remember like wanting to be a you. Made it a cross-eyed. That's good. I remember. always wanted to be a YouTuber, but then like the dream kind of died as you as I got older, and the fact that I'm kind of just becoming that now is kind of weird in a way.
I wish to be a big YouTuber, just like Jack Septic Eyeball,
Yeah,
who is not Jack and also does not have pink eye.
Jacksepticeye, his pink eye, his pink eye arc.
Yeah, he has a septic eye.
I have septic eye.
Then you
It is
also
I.
have Marky Moore.
It is I, septic man. Actually, that'd be the worst superhero. Delete that.
It is I, Septic Man, and just fucking makes people horrifically ill and go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, he could be like dude, he could be like one of those, what do they fucking call Komodo dragons, where their mouths are so fucking septic that you just die of an infection.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh
It
god,
is
don't
I,
don't.
Septic Man, and he like lifts his arm and like funk just comes out of his armpits like a
Just like
laser beam.
just fucking shoots like fucking fleas or like flies. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You can anybody watching this. That's a free idea for you. You can you can go to your grave knowing you made Septic Man, and
Yeah,
I will probably have like 1% of the royalties if you don't mind.
we
So
should
that way I don't feel like I'm
100%.
completely fucked over.
We should 100% copyright it, and then the moment they make it, we steal it from them like patent assholes.
Septic Man, he is part man, part poo.
He is part man, part dookie, all
All
cop.
American, all cop. Yeah. I was telling somebody at work the superhero known as Skeleton Man, and they're just like, wait, what?
You mean the Japanese one or the one that we came up with?
No, no, no. There's a song called Skeleton Man. It's meant to be like a joke song, and if we're in the song, the guy that's like singing Skeleton Man, there's like a third person that's like, wait, that don't make any sense. Skeleton Man. We're all technically Skeleton Man. That's like saying, oh, I'm Skin Man. Ooh, Skin Man. It's just, I'd have to like play the video later for you. You'll find it really funny. It sounds like a song that you would come up with, and knowing you as a person, you'll be like, "Oh God, what is
I
this
like the
song?"
I like the Legally Blonde song. Is he gay or Italian?
Is he gay or Italian?
Is he gay or European? That's what it was. Is he gay or Italian? I fucked that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's wearing a turtleneck. He's obviously gay, but then again, he could be from Europe. Europe? Oh. And then
yeah.
at
I think
the
that
end of the
makes it.
song, he's like, guys, I'm gay and European. Oh, that
I
song is
kind of might.
really fucking funny.
I was gonna say something, but I don't know if I want to like embarrass myself. It's one of those. It's one of those funny stories, but it's like something only I would come out with.
He carries a purse, but that could just be a handbag that a European carries.
Yeah. Ooh, what's a skeleton man? That makes no sense. Part man, part skeleton. That's like saying, "Oh, I'm made out of skin. I'm Skin Man." Ooh, Skin Man.
That part something all cop is really funny on basically anything that you come up with.
Yeah,
Part Harry, part Potter, all cop.
that. The alternative of that is when you say like all American.
Yeah. Jack Jackson. Jack Jackson was a retired special forces Green Beret turbo badass with 4 Purple Hearts and 27 Medals of Honor. He was just trying to live a normal life. Cuts to him like chopping up logs with dog in woods.
Yeah,
But then life came with an unexpected twist. We need you back, Jack. It's like the president like jetpacks in and like lands next to him.
yeah.
I told
So
you,
I don't know if
I'm
it,
done. It's like, but think of America, and he like just pulls up a picture of Shaquille O'Neal. God damn it, I'll do it. This summer.
Yeah. This I remember you showing me the core like principle or like the core ingredient of making an action film where it was just like, sir, the enemies are at the gates, and I remember you pulled out a gun as soon as the camera in your face like, let's dance. It's
It's
just
let's
like,
dance. Dun
it's
it. Dun it. Dun it.
still have a I still have a visual like memory of you like your face as you said that.
And
Let's
then
because you I think you was holding the calico thing. You was like, let's dance.
yeah, and then what we did was like you also do the thing where you use like the modern like Marvel dialogue. Guys, I think you might want to see this.
I need to find the ninja where you look at me like that. For oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? What do you think's worse, the Marvel dialogue or the Borderlands dialogue? Because like I feel like both of those are like a different like recipe of like
Well, here's
diarrhea.
the thing. Borderlands is a lot shorter than the entire Marvel movies after X point.
Arguably, yeah.
However, that amount of time that you're listening to the Borderlands people talk,
Mm.
woof. It is really fucking annoying. I would probably say still the shit because of just how much there is.
Yeah,
And it
I mean,
also it
dude,
also infected like other movies like Star Wars. Is it my turn to
it
talk?
was
Your turn? My turn? Your turn? And then he just like kills an entire village. It's like, wow, lol, to random.
that was pretty bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember when I watched like The Force Awakens and like he does that with Kylo Ren. I'm just like, oh boy, here we go. But that was probably the better film out of the trilogy. So
Yeah, well, his stupidity had consequences in that moment, so at least, he felt the fucking pain of saying something stupid.
mm. Yeah, how's this angle, by the way? Like, so he's like looking, he's like bewildered. Then he looks down to his left, and he's just there like this.
Hey, Kylo, remember when you, like, stopped a fucking laser bolt midair?
Mm,
Where
yeah,
was that when you were getting shot at in the last one?
yeah. Anyway, fuck Star Wars. What about this?
uh, yeah, that's good.
Nice, nice. Um, just debating. Do I want this guy to? Because I'm thinking about like the doors open off camera, and they're both of them like look at the source of the sound.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can just workshop this if needs be.
Is that the bad guy from your Star Wars? Oh, God damn it!
I was going to say the first line of dialogue, and I don't want to have to edit this out.
Yeah, you can't really. It's a
Yeah,
Newgrounds cartoon. You can't say 90% of what happens on that website.
yeah. You know, what blew my mind was when I was watching Old Robot Chicken. I was like, wow, there is a lot of interesting jokes in this fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me in the early 2000s people really didn't give a shit and it was like the joke was how insane what you just said was?
Hmm.
Yeah, but no, that Borderlands dialogue is a fucking.
Probably the worst.
I've crinky dinkied out of fucking power. Could you please skedaddly over to the generator and help a girl out? Palpatine
Oh,
returned somehow. Could you imagine if they did that with other fucking things? The Titanic returned somehow.
Somehow Titanic returned. Oh man, that reminds me of last night. So you're a bit of a film connoisseur to the point where you can just like talk our ears off about like funny film trivia.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night I was like, "Yo, Daniel, you ever heard of a film called the Rise of the Titanic?" He's like, "Yeah, what about it?" And I just paused and I was like, "Are you not going to talk my ear off?" Okay, then moving on. It's
This
just
this
like,
might surprise you, Adam, but sometimes I didn't watch a movie.
yeah, but like, I'm so used to you being like, "Oh yeah, this film called Crawl." I'm like, "What the fuck is Crawl?" And then like the one time I talked to you about like a weird obscure film, you're like, "Nah, I haven't seen that,
I don't know
seen
what the
dick about
fuck that
that."
is. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
I
like
said that.
I don't like
Sorry.
Titanic movies.
Yeah, because I said that, and the third guy in the call was just laughing because even he was just kind of expecting you to like talk our ears off about it.
Well, yeah, that's the. I literally just said, "You mean the movie where they like bring the Titanic back?" That okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay, then moving on. Because I had no, here's the thing, I was waiting for you to tell me something about this like shitty like stupid film
Yeah,
because like I had nothing to really say about it myself, so I was kind of like banking on you to like carry the conversation forward.
yeah.
That's funny though.
No, it's not. You're not. You'll not funny. Didn't
Not.
laugh.
Oh
He's
god,
the
my ear.
first leader of the DK crew.
Crew.
DK. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. She has no style. She has no grace.
She has no fucking hair and or face.
You know how one thing I will say is because you know how he was on about that thing with like Street Fighter where we like to assume that maybe someone just did not know something about the story. There is a very weird change in the Donkey Kong games where so what's the name of the girl donkey? What's her name?
I'm gonna tell
Dixie?
you this right now. I don't know jack dick about Donkey Kong.
All right, I'll give you the short version. The girl Kong has like a little sister called it's the one that can like shrink in the original game. You know, the one with like the twin tails.
Schminko Kong. There we go. That's her name.
Yeah, whatever. But basically, for some odd reason, in the new games, they gave her like a teenager look, which is weird because she's meant to be the little sister, and like the older sister still looks tiny. So it's like, did they forget something here?
I don't
You
know.
know what I mean? I imagine things get lost in like translation, or maybe they just change things willy nilly.
He's the leader of the bunch. You know him too. I did see like 2 seconds of like that TV show that they made.
Yeah.
It's pretty not good.
You mean the one where it's like 3D animated?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a show. I'm just trying to think. So I'm thinking like a door opens and like more mobsters like come through the door.
Yeah, they do the hut hut hut
Actually,
hut 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 hut.
hot, hot, yeah, 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 hot, 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 yeah. Let me see. I need to backtrack through my pages real quick because I think I already have like the doors open. So, cause yeah, oh yeah, the doors are already open. So it's just really a case of just like goons are coming through.
Yeah.
Speaking of goons, I saw a really funny meme image of it was like a woman knocking on like a bedroom door, be like, you better not be gooning in there. And like she opens the door, it's just like a fucking mobster goon, just like fucking like hiding.
There's the one guy that does all of like the two guys that do all the German jokes.
Yeah,
What are you doing? I'm gooning. And it's just
gooning.
like,
Yeah,
right, go off, I'm fucking gooning. And he has like the hat and the leather jacket and shit. I do not
yeah.
think you. I do not think that what means what you think it means.
Yeah, the English language is like really tiny. Like, I mean, it's not just the English language, like language in general, but like, I remember when I was at college, I remember I was doing like bricklaying, and the tutor was telling us how we kind of. And then bear in mind, this is like what 2013, so this is like even before this like Gen Z bullshit. But I remember he said how like we kind of tainted the language, where it's like, oh, that's sick, or that's bad, as in like the opposite, good basically. And it was just like, man, like that is like nothing compared to what it's like now.
Yeah, that's sick, bad, rad, gnarly.
Gnarly. Yeah,
Well, bad means bad, depending on which era you're in. It might mean good, so or
exactly. Yeah.
or outside of era that might also be contextual. That's like the hardest thing for non-English speakers to learn is like the
The
slang.
slang. Yeah. It kind of reminds me when the Yakuza games were still only in Japan for a time period, and people were saying like, you have like those like dumbasses being like, "Oh, just learn the language," and people are like, Do you realize the amount of slang that are in these games as well? It's yeah. So there's
Yeah.
more to it than just learning the language.
Oh yeah, that like colloquialisms. Jesus,
Yeah.
shorthands, colloquialisms. Nope, that word is just not having it today.
Hmm. Do you realize?
Do you realize? It's insane to me that Chris Chan will be immortalized forever in a fucking cartoon joke.
I know. I mean, he's also an actor in Eugenics, so you know.
Yeah, well, that game, like the name of it kept. What the fuck is that game actually? Because you kept bringing it up.
So I actually looked it up just yesterday. It's basically it's like a turn-based game where you have like a bunch of cats that you can like create and shit, but they're all apparently like voice acted and designed after like certain like celebrities and what. Well, I think they're designed after celebrities, but basically this game has over like 50 like actors in the game of like different like different I'll to give you the short version. Basically, you got people like Chris Chan, you got Will Stamper, you got Chris O'Neill, but then you've also got like big actors like David Harbour in there as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, this game must have been in development for a really long time
They,
because
they oh
a,
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
those folks are kind of.
Unsavory people to say the least. Yeah.
It
Because
would
like when
be
I heard that, yeah.
it'd be a really interesting time capsule though.
I mean, let me point to you like this. Like, I mean, I could pull up because like there are so many fucking actors in this game. Where like again, like when I saw Will Stamper and like Christian, I'm like, how long is this game in development for? And I think it's been like 12, 13 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
there is a lot
wild.
of people. I think the one that blew my mind was Dax Flame because that's like early YouTube. Isn't wait Lloyd Kaufman? Is he the trauma person?
I don't know.
Tom Fulp. Um, I'm not gonna look at it for long. Oh yeah, Moist Critical, which is now I kind
Yeah,
of
baby,
expect
that's
at this
me.
point.
I am boy.
Yeah, baby, I'm gonna fucking throw some fucking sand at
I don't know
those
if you know this, but I
motherfuckers.
was in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah. Oh god, the fucking H3H3's in here. Blech. All of Meg 64 as well, which is great because I'm a fan of them.
I never liked H3H3. Everyone said you got to listen to the podcast. I listened to the podcast for like 10 minutes, and I was like,
The, the thing that
I'm gonna turn that
yeah,
off.
the thing that the thing I always thought was goofy about H3H3 was Ethan Klein is a bit of how do I say this politely? If you're someone who has a bigger subscriber count than, let's say, himself, he does this thing where basically he'll give that person a lot of time in terms of interviews. And if you're someone who with a lower subscriber count, he barely gives you time on the podcast, but he still like gets you on the podcast because you're a celebrity, regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the weirdest one to me, and this made me realize why I didn't like H3H3 was so did you know that they're actually characters in the game Payday 2?
No, I don't know anything about Payday 2 really.
So do you remember when they were getting sued for like that one thing they were doing?
Oh yeah, the stupid fucking copyright claim shit.
Yeah, there was that guy that was trying to sue them, and so the people that made Payday 2 were like, we're gonna support them by putting them as characters in the game, so that way if you buy the DLC, the money goes to them and not the actual like developers. And man, their voice acting in that game is so like, especially his wife, like the voice acting is so bad.
Well, she doesn't really speak the good English.
Yeah, and it shows. It really shows. Like I think H3H3, like in terms of like crossover characters, is like I think they're the worst characters in that game by far.
I think they're just like, listen, I understand the importance of what they did for like the platform when it comes to like the fucking like copyright shit. One thing
Mm.
that I will say though is fuck me, they're annoying.
They are kind of like obnoxious, yeah.
Yeah, and you know
And
what?
again,
What's if you like what they make, If you like what they make, I'm not saying that you shouldn't watch them. You watch whatever the fuck you want. I listen to fucking Motley Crue.
Hmm.
They were assholes, and their music kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So just man, ooh, can't
Yeah.
do it. You could not force me to sit down and watch that.
I mean, I feel like that's with everybody because, like, we have a friend that watches that, like, Seth Sin shit or whatever the fuck his name is, and his channel is very, very. I mean, apparently he does good content, but like, I look at it, I'm like, I think this guy might be racist. When I look at his like, his YouTube channel,
Well,
and then, but then I
there's
also
doing a joke, and then there's like
Somalis, yeah,
just continuing the joke until it runs dry, and now everyone's just kind of like, I think he might actually kind of.
yeah. Like, because I see that, and like our friend, which is funny, because our friend in question like mocks me for watching Count Dankula. And I'm like, dude, we all have fucking bad role models. Like, go fuck yourself.
Just because you watch something, I hate that fucking like argument. Like, just because you watch something doesn't mean it needs to be a role model.
Well, I don't call him a role model. I'm just saying that in
Yeah,
general, since some people look at it, because some people look at it that way of like, oh, you watch him. It's just like, dude, I
like
don't care about his political beliefs.
a perfect example of that kind of shit with the role model thing is just like, here's an example. It's just like, do you think Jerry Springer was a fucking role model?
Not in the slightest.
And
I
yet
mean,
he
I don't
had
even
like
think.
50 billion seasons, didn't he? It's almost like you can watch something even though it's trash.
Oh yeah, I mean, not only that too. Like, I wouldn't really call Dr. Phil a role model either.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: if his whole like model apparatus is to help people, why is he like televising them?
He actually brought up a very fair point about that.
Yeah, you get want to tell the audience.
So people say, "Oh well, a lot of the people that go on your show don't get help, and they just kind of go back to being assholes." He's like, "Yeah, but the two or three people that come on the show, um, are typically like so far gone that they're just kind of fucked because, like, the help of the mind can only really start if from a willing participant."
Yeah.
And what we're actually doing is we're broadcasting these people, and then if you at home see that and go, "Ooh, I'm showing character traits of this fucking shit," then you go, "Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore."
Yeah, it's almost like if you have like a bad behavior trait and you see other people do it, you kind of have it's almost like staring in a mirror,
Yeah,
if
it
it's like
holds a
something that
mirror
you
up to
think you're
America.
exactly, yeah. Because again, I don't think Dr. Phil is a particularly good person per se. Because again, if you're going to help people, you don't really like televise their problems. But again, like yeah, as you said, it's like holding a mirror up to like the viewers at home, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just how it is, I'm afraid.
Personally, I just think it's a fucking freak show, but you know what? I'm here for it.
I mean, dude, I grew up in the UK where we had Jeremy Kyle for a long, long time, and it wasn't until like that one guy basically overdosed that everything changed.
I think fucking Maury Povich is still fucking alive and doing the "he is not the father."
Somehow, Murray returned.
Somehow, Palpatine returned.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to look at like a very weird part of the United Kingdom during a time period, just look up Jeremy Kyle to give you an idea of how like the platform this guy got. He had a YouTube channel where they would just post clips, by the way, and the moment that happened, where like that one guy basically like pretty much offed himself, like they removed everything Jeremy Kyle, and I mean everything. Like it's like officially it's gone now, and it's insane to me that this was like a pivotal part. Well, I wouldn't say pivotal, but like you couldn't escape Jeremy Kyle. It was
Yeah.
everywhere. Oh, hello.
Yep. I'm sorry. I was eating.
Yeah, like Jeremy Kyle was everywhere. Like I swear, like I was chatting with our like British friends as well, and I was like, is it me or like was Jeremy Kyle on the telly like all the time? Because I feel like you wake up in the morning, Jeremy Kyle. You turn the TV on at night, Jeremy Kyle. You come home from school, Jeremy Kyle. I was like, I feel like this was on all the time for some odd reason.
My parents are here for some reason.
Do they know that you're recording?
Probably not.
Well, you should probably warn them. So,
Justina's probably going to tell them. It's fine.
well, I mean, that also depends on how long we're going for because it's already been like an hour and 40 minutes. Do you want to make another 2 hour kind of one?
Um, honestly, I think we're reaching a good stopping point for
All right.
yeah.
Before we stop, do you see my screen?
Honestly, you've been like cranking out the sketch pages quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually. I think on average now in these recordings, I get like 4 to 5 pages like sketched now. But what I'm doing right here is to save some time. I'm basically giving instructions saying that there's going to be a group of mobsters here, and then after this, we're either gonna watch her like destroy these people a bit longer, or I might cut to like the girls with the Carlos, look like snooping around the city, and then I might even like cut back and forth depending on how I feel.
I scooted
But
them over too far. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, I wasn't paying.
so
I
what?
wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I was paying attention to what you're doing. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right then. Yeah, scoot those back.
Oh no.
What else was I going to say? What else was I going to say? So how much have you done today?
Uh, I think I did this. So we have
Very
the
nice.
the nunnos going. Ooh, ooh, ah. We have lady like, what the hell are you doing? We have the bun going. I was going to kick them in the head until they were dead.
Mhm.
You can't just fucking do that, motherfucker. I think the previous one was this, but I haven't done anything on that one yet.
Yeah, we're probably going to do that either tomorrow or the next one.
Yep, yep, yep. All right.
All right
Well,
then.
you
So call it
guys,
there.
yeah, you guys take it easy. Goodbye, and
Yeah. Yeah.
remember,
Thanks.
comment and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, and thanks to everyone that's just subscribed. It means a lot, and the fact that people are actually seeing this. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.